it's going to be afternoon for many, evening for some, probably too early in the morning for others. So I'll see this later then. But we finished our training here, cleaned up the place. So now driving home now. It was good training. It was talking about what to do in a disaster. Again, search, what to do for the search and rescue, medical, everything. And so it was the great final day training here. So it wasn't the full time like yesterday. But today, like I said, we cleaned up, and left. So about 15 minutes almost. So got to the car. So we finished just before 1. So now I'm doing the drive home. Hopefully it's not too crowded on the freeway because of the people coming probably back into town and everything from their weekend out. So hopefully it's just people going northbound and not southbound, northbound to LA. I was asked about is this like first responder training, but it's almost like a mini or minor first responder, because the real first responders are the firefighters, and we're the minor ones because we're usually on site first. They did the percentages of rescues actually, and they find out that the main what was the term they used? The urban search and rescue, so the USARs. It's like they do 5%. Other regular organizations like search and rescues do 10% of rescues. And they say they have no, it's 50%, not 10%. It's 50% because they said fire departments were like 30. For that's 50% so far, and we do the volunteer like search to get 50% of the rescues done. So we do a lot of the rescues before, and only the fire departments and everything, they do the ones that's a lot of damage buildings that we're not allowed to go in. So for everybody who wants to like help out, if you see like there's a disaster here, you have to be careful. You have to learn what's the condition of the building. If it's like major collapse, you got you got half the house collapse. Don't be going in there because you get collapsed on you. Never go into a place yourself, because if you go in there, you might be a casualty. Nobody will know. So besides the people in the house, building, whatever, apartment, you're now a casualty. So they always say have pairs, because if you get stuck, they can help you out. Or if you really got an issue, they might be able to, where they just get out and tell everybody, hey, this person's stuck in here as well. But if you go yourself, no one will ever know what happened to you. But it was an interesting drive this morning. I definitely made it on time, because I definitely enough. But I was talking about different things for the class yesterday, and I missed my 805 to 15 route. So by the time I realized where I was, talking about everything, I was just looking at the cars in front of me, everybody going back and forth doing whatever the turns. I'm like, oh, I'm up there by the 56. That's a lot farther up there than where the 15 was. And first I'm looking at these signs, like, this street don't seem too kind of familiar. What's up with this? And them looking like, I see the 56. I'm like, oh my goodness, the 56. I'm on the wrong. Hey, I'm putting my glasses on real fast. It's hard to see. I got a glare here, so it's hard to see who's on right now. Oh, hey, how you doing? Yeah. I was watching part of the live while I was walking Fluffy, then I had to get ready to go. But I'm on my way back from my drive. Come on, get in there, thing. There we go. I tried to put my phone across horizontal, but it won't let me go live that way. So I had to keep it up like this. So I'll go into the settings and I'll see about putting it horizontal so I can do that in the future. I can do the videos and upload them, but it wouldn't let me go live yesterday. I didn't think about doing it when I got home. But yeah, for disaster response, disaster preparedness is, make sure, like for here in California, disaster preparedness would be, people may have a lot of dry brush around their houses. clear that out. Make sure that no chances of wildfires go there. If you're in a flood-prone area, make sure you have sandbags, release the bags so you can put something inside there when you know the storm is coming in. They didn't teach it here, but I got taught other ones put different things off of the ground. If you know you might get some kind of a watering or flooding because of the storm, and it happens on a regular basis. If you haven't done it yet, put any electrical appliances that you have off the ground, because you don't want to get it out and then you get shocked by the water. And so they went through that another time. This one here, they're talking about search and rescue, how to help people out. There's a psychological part here too to help people out, because people go through shock, like what's going on, and sometimes you just need to sometimes you just sit with them, just tell them, hey, we're here for you. What do you need? Do you need some assistance for you? It's not just all regular first aid. Sometimes it's physical first aid too. Like you need somebody to talk to because of what's happening here. So they teach a lot of that. They taught that today as well. Yesterday, as I said, we went through the how to get out. But it's one of those, if you're trapped in your room and it has some disaster, you're probably already going to know to break through your wall. They tell people how to do properly. Go through the wall, make a hole there, take your camera when you start punching through the wall, and especially if it's a double wall of the drywall. Take your camera and look around, make sure there's no electrical around there, piping. If it's clear, go through the other wall, and then you flash your phone through there. You can see, is there people inside there? Is it safe for you to get out? If you're not worried about going to that wall, you look in to see if there's anybody trapped in there, your family members here. They teach what's called the me, we, they method. It's just, first you look out for yourself, and then your family, and then others. But as I tell them, I said, that's hard for people to do because families has a disaster. You're going right to family first, and they say, well, that's understandable. But if you're not cautious about yourself as well, you become a casualty, then you won't be able to do anything for your family. But it's to a point. I mean, you're still going to go respond if it's your family anyways. I mean, you're not going to, unless it's something like dire emergency where it's like, you got this bear here or a mountain lion, then yeah, you'll sacrifice yourself for your family. But that's gonna happen. You put your family first. I mean, so my thing always is like, well, if there's some crazy person running around or some wild animal thing there, people can put their family first, and that gives you a chance to get away. Then guess what? Your family has a chance to get away. Then they can get away then. So like I said, there's something going on, and I saw that hopefully that never happened, but here's an active shooter. Well, guess what? If I could confront them, so my family gets away, guess what? I confront the active shooter, my family gets away. Simple as that. If there's a wild animal, a mountain lion or something going on doing stuff, and you got to go stand in front of them so your family gets away, guess what? People are going to do that. So especially with kids or whatever. So it's kind of you got to put yourself, but when it comes to family, you got to put your family first. If it's one of those, okay, they got little injuries, and I got a cut here, or I think I broke my hand, I broke my foot. As you got to go through down electrical cables in order to get to them, help with their broken hand or broken foot. Then that's just crazy. That's what you have to think of yourself. It's like, am I going to go through these down electrical cables to go to somebody I know just for their broken foot? If somebody's seriously bleeding, yeah, you might try to dodge around the cables. But sorry if this sun that's shining here gets on the screen pretty bad. But look, why you put the big on it? It's just coming over now. Darn it. And so. It depends on what's going on. It's pretty much what's the situation going on. It's a seriousness with the family. People are going to do their family first before themselves. But if it's a minor thing, then yeah, they could do if it's something minor like like well, we're gonna like I said, they got a broke or they got a cut on their hand that they put a band-aid on or something. They have a cut here, and they have a cut on their hand, so you're already taking care of it. So you know, you don't have to jump through electrical cables or go through a barbed wire or something to help somebody who's got like a cut on their hand. Serious bleeding, yeah, people's gonna put family first, but they teach you all that, so it's whatever happened, the situation at the time. So it's good training. I think everybody should have training like this, how to prepare for what's in your area here. There's people that have got to worry about like the East Coast going on and everybody with this snow here. You have to think ahead. Like if you're always getting these snowstorms in the wintertime and these ice storms, then make sure you got your supplies ready. Make sure you have a way to get out. If you have I know there's wildfire seasons here in California, but if you're always having a fire in your area, man, I always get this fire here, I'm always got to evacuate. Well, guess what? Then have your kit ready to go, and make sure it's all up to what you need for your supplies, and then be ready for it. But you got some people that are, first responders, the fire department help me out, or the state or the government help me out. Don't think that, because in a disaster, we have these organizations like certain others. In disaster, of course, after we make sure our family's going to go, we're the ones that are going to go around the neighborhoods to make sure everybody's good. I'll be going around after my family's good, making sure, we had a major earthquake, I'm making sure gas is shut off. I smell gas, be like, hey, I need to shut your gas off. People may not know how to do it. You go like the house that's got the seniors and elderly, say, do you need help here? Yeah, I don't know how to shut my gas off. I don't know how to shut my water off. Well, can you shut the gas and water off? Because you might think, well, this house is 5 houses down from me. I don't really care. I'm going to stay around in my house. But people's tendency is to help all the time. And if you go and help them, that can still in the long run can help you too. Because if you don't do anything to help anybody, you sit there. If they're unable to do it, and they get some kind of spark or fire at the house that now sets their gas line going, and their house burns, and their house, 5 houses down, they're number 5 in line, and their house causes number 4 and 6 to burn, and then 4 causes number 3, up to number 2, up to number 1, because you can use a garden hose on the small fire, but you got a big fire, you need fire department. So guess what? That number house fire that's got a little fire there, now it flared the whole house up. Now it's going to burning number 4, number 3, number 2. So you got one house away from you. Unless somebody's out there constantly keeping the water on that house, guess what? It's better to take care of your small than when you're huge. So I think in my neighborhood, the people were out, like when we had the blackout, we had the power loss years ago here in California. Everybody was outside wondering, hey, everything going on? And people were like having the barbecues. So they're like, my neighbor was like, hey, amigo, want some carne asada? I said, gracias, but no. I said, mi esposo will kill me if I eat and I'm not hungry when I walk through the door. So you got to chuck out of that. And because of the little electrical problem that they didn't secure, so it took down the whole, the grid here. So that can happen in other areas here. So everybody was out first looking around, how's everybody's concerned, and when everything was okay, people were okay, did the barbecue time, fiesta. And so, but in a disaster, everybody's going to want to help out. And you got to be careful on that, because a lot of people, like search started, they went to talk about how Mexico City had major earthquake, and a lot of damage, people were rushing in to help, but then they get injured because if a building is unstable, and you say, I'm going to go jump in there, I'm going to see if I can get people out of there, now it collapses on you, and you become a casualty. So you have to look into a minor, moderate, and severe, or they call it minor, moderate, and heavy damaged building. So let's say I think it was yesterday, I don't know if it was the afternoon when I was coming home or going there, I said, I already got the cert manual. It's online knowledge. It's not copyright for anything. So, I should just go through the book and start going to cert here. I mean, it's probably easier for people to choose to, even if you listen to it a few times, you're doing something, you're just listening it, you're still subconsciously listening to it, and then you sit down another time, look at it and go, oh, okay. Oh, I remember this one. Okay, fighting a fire, here's what you do for fighting a fire. Oh, here's what you do for this. Oh, first say I need to do direct pressure. You may not be listening the first time, and if it's like some training you like, or you watch it and you're like, oh, okay, I didn't pick this up the first time. So I think I'm gonna do that. But I'm actually on the right freeway now. But earlier today, I don't know who's seen my video. Earlier today, I was talking about how they're talking about weather, and so they're talking about, all these disasters goes on with the weather. You got high winds, you got this, you got technological ones like, you can have a loss of major power. That would be considered as a technological disaster. Hazmat spill. They said, accidental fires. They said arson can be accidental. Well, arson to me is not accidental. That's called arson. So accidental fires. Then they got the man-mades. They're talking about man-mades of, whatever, nuclear, arson, terrorist attack. And then, we're talking about riots. Can be disaster too, because if they, start setting stuff on fire, now you're turning into having fires here. They've done this. They burnt the stores. So guess what? You got the groceries here. So they cause a lot of hate, discontent. So somebody brought up, hey, what about ice? And the guy was like, yeah, ice is not that good there. You get 2 feet, 3 feet areas. Buffalo, I think he said it was like 47 feet. So talking about snow and ice there. And of course, I think he meant a year, of course. And the other instructors were like, okay, he didn't go there. Oh, we're talking about the weather. Okay. So somebody, I think, was trying to make a political thing about ice. And then he made a joke, say, yeah, we went to eat lunch. They all left. And mind you, the instructors wear these black Texas A&M Engineering Expansion Services. That's their department, Engineering Expansion Services. So they're wearing the black shirt there. And one of them has a black SUV. So wherever they went for lunch yesterday, they tell the story. They said they got out of the vehicle. It's two older, I won't say older gentlemen, and this one girl was there. So they all coming out in their black shirts, which is their, the Texas A&M Engineering Expansion shirt. And people are looking like, what's going on here? Because they have the SUV. So I was bringing that up this morning and laughing about it. And the next thing I know, I'm missing this 15 freeway here. I'm like, oh my God, I missed a freeway. So I'm just talking to her, laughing about it, watching the cars going back and forth. And I'm looking up and saying, hey, I'm on the, almost at the 5 here. I see the 56 freeway. I'm like, my goodness, I missed all this time on the 15. Because when I'm on a freeway like right now, I'm just like, okay, I'm just following the freeway here. Well, there I was just following the freeway, not paying attention. Which, if I would have paid attention more, I got on 15 here, going north, then I could have been talking about everything. But I was talking about it early. And everything else. And next thing I know, I'm like, oh, where am I? Sorrento Valley, what? Wait, 56? Oh my goodness, I'm this far north. I said, well, I'm not turning around to go to 15. I said, well, I know the 56 has got it. So I looked. That's why I leave early. You prepare for that. So my preparedness was, I left early like usual. It was better to get there early. It's at 8, of course. And so, oh my goodness. So I went on here and said, oh, my phone's kind of getting overheated here because the sun was directly on it. So why am I not getting updates here? I said, why is it telling me, instead of going to 15, it's telling me to go do this here. Why is it telling me to do that? So I took to one of the exits and then nothing. I'm like, what's going on? And it's not telling me anything. So I take another exit. Then, of course, it says something. And then I said, well, I'm going to go back on the 15. So I did the 15. And they said, okay, this here, exit, take this. So I stopped because I didn't know how far away I was because I was looking, I see, I've got 8:15. I got 15 minutes to get there. And so then I got to end this stream. I ended the stream this morning and I saw that I'm only 6 minutes away. So I made it there by, like 8, parked everything, 8:23, 8:24. So I made it plenty of time. I wasn't like I was coming in late. They say even, 5 minutes is okay, but you come in late, it's like, oops, you didn't make it on time. Even if it is 1 minute, you're still late. But got traffic here. But I made it on time, made it inside there. I still beat many others there. You know, it's not a race to get there, but I still got it there before others. Instructors were still, setting up their laptops, and they're there having stuff ready to go, but they know what they want to talk about, so they're talking among themselves. Like, okay, so they just had to turn the laptop on then. So they turned the laptop on and did their thing. So I was like, oh, okay. But the thing about it is, wow, look at these crazy people. Wow. God, if you went off the side, I would have had to kept driving by. And it was, plenty of time there. I was able to go. I got some coffee because I didn't have time to get coffee. I was going to go to one of the fast food places. I really don't want to say it because I might get flagged. Well, maybe if I'm not showing, because I brought up the restaurant DENNYS, and where I was going that direction, as I passed it by, and then it flagged me on something. I'm like, what? I got no music playing, nothing in there. Like, did I, because I drove by there, that restaurant, or what? And it flagged one of my videos. I'm like, what's up, YouTube? And so it's like, well, so like if you bring up anything about happening in the, like the thing that happened in Australia, just call it an incident. If you call it by something else, it might flag it. So I was watching some people's lives, and I said, yeah, the incident. The guy's like, oh yeah, you said you're over there. I said, I'm not gonna say the name because that'll flag you. He goes, oh, appreciate it, man. Yeah, they would. YouTube would flag it if you say keywords. So they're like, yeah, you were over there in Australia for that. I said, yes, I was. I wasn't in the actual city itself at the time. I'm still over there. I was in that city, but not during the time that it happened. It was afterwards. It was on the, at the end of the trip. And but if you say when it goes on and you don't say incident, then it'll flag it. So I don't want to flag the other people's channels. But it's just like what I said, the storms and everything in Buffalo, the snow and ice, I don't think it'll flag. I don't know, it might. Who knows what YouTube's going to do, but yeah, we were laughing, and then the guys, they were looking at me like they didn't understand what was funny, but then like the guy started laughing. So he knew the joke he made about that. So yeah, we were like, what are they looking at us for? Why are they looking strange at us? And I'm thinking like, and then they're like, start snickering a little bit and laughing, and I'm thinking like, you don't get it? The black SUV, the black shirts, and they're like, oh, okay, we get it. We know why they're looking at us. So it's like, oh, okay, he did know. So it was funny there. But yeah, because don't have the sun on me anymore. Oh, it's still shining in here. I can't even see who's on right now. Just a bad time of the day. Nighttime was okay to see, but I can't even see who's on here right now. I just see that somebody's posted something, and when I stop, when I get off the freeway and stop, a little bit before I get home, and I just stop this before I get to my streets area, then I'll see who else posting on it. But yeah, it wasn't too bad of a drive home. I'm gonna have to definitely get gas. I'm getting gas right now, but I'm still I don't like being at just barely going down below a quarter tank. So tomorrow I'll go get gas in my car. And because they say don't let your car get so low, but it's not just that. With your low gas, with the fuel pumps inside there, that's how these things burn up. And if they ever burn up, my fuel pump ever burns up, they're gonna have to take my tank out, cut it open, flush out, cut open, and put a new pump in there. That's gonna be a lot of work and money. So it's like, well, I want to keep it low. I've been dodging that on the lock, because a bunch of times I had it where it was low. A few times I got it real low because I didn't get to the gas station. I'm waiting, and it's like flashing that you're low. And one time I got even lower than that, where it tells you how many miles you got left. And I had the two white lines across because I was at 15 miles or less. So being I'm just barely be getting below a quarter tank, it'll sit the red probably tomorrow morning. It'll probably hit the red when I go to Costco to get gas. But if I could do it now, but I want to go home, eat some quick lunch. So we ended early. I thought people were going to talk about lunch, but then I'm finding out, we're only going to have it shorter today. Oh, that's good. So we did our survey, we did our test, 100% test. So I'll go on the Texas A&M site and see about, I don't know if they're going to upload it soon, or I'll take if I can print out my certificate for that. if I get enough of these trainings here, maybe I go into the disaster preparedness field or management field. I think I'd be good on these emergency operations centers and directing what, okay, we need this here, we need that there, we need the logistics here, we need to send this here, we need to send that there. I mean, if you do that, I could ordering everything, purchasing. So I've done a lot of fill out paperwork to order materials. There's a lot of stuff I'm kind of getting tired of any public works. There's a favoritism there. If you stand up because they're doing something wrong to you, then they come after you. So I'm just tired of that there. It's one of those I need to let maybe let not to go to media or involve the congressman. But usually the congressmen don't do anything. They just want their votes. They act like they're concerned. And even when they get the same answer back from the Navy, this is that don't. It's wrong. They're bringing up something from 3-4 years ago. This has nothing to do with my case, and they don't respond. They say I got to apply again. So I'm really tired of them not doing anything. So maybe I start blasting on social media and tell them how bad they are. Maybe they'll get out the behind to do something about it. But I think maybe send some off to some different media. Everything Navy did during the pandemic and what they did here, what they did there, what they didn't do, what they should have done. I would tell you, that could probably be a 5-6. So a lot more series. Okay. But I got to look at the other aspects first, and then I think if I become some kind of a case there, I think I could make it there. It'd be public record, so I'd be like, hey, guess what? But, yeah, I wish. But a few more exits till I get off my exit there. And like I said, when I get off the stop light, I'll see who's all posting. I can see a little bit here, but I can't see too much. I can't focus on it because of the light coming in here. Nighttime would stand out, but like I said, just got a couple exits to go. I'll exit, and then when I exit, I'll grab my phone off there, find it and see it, and greet everybody that I see on there. But as right now, like I said, I can't see. I get the sun on me. It's gonna be flashing on the phone again when I go around the curve here. Well, those are my days. I've had the 2 days of training is good. They got they got a 3-day class going on Irvine, but golly, that's you got to pay for that, so that's not going to happen there. If I had a job here, then yeah, but I don't have this job of there's people here who are a lot of certs got their position here. It's not like the volunteers. The volunteers you could like me, which you could do for responding or get the training. But this paying is like, no, sorry, that's a little bit too much there. They got classes you could get at the EMI, I think you call it, like Emergency Management Institute or something like that. They said, oh, they'll reimburse you for the class. It's a free class, but they said they'll reimburse you for I guess the lodging or whatever. But you still got to, but you still would have to fly out there. I was like, oh, I can't do that unless I had some kind of other kind of funds coming in for another job, or I was doing something like this, or my injury kept me from doing overtime. If I get some kind of okay, we owe them this much overtime can do because it's injured from on the job, then look into that there. I mean, I know the wife wouldn't mind a vacation somewhere. Well, I'm going for a training during this, 6 hours, 7-8 hours, and then afterwards we do whatever. I mean, I think it's one of those I have to live on the campus. It might be because they want people, I guess, they want them on campus, so they could get to the classes here. It's like, okay, whatever, big deal. They don't let no visitors on there either. So if I had the thing I could do this because I have this money here, and it's like, oh, they're gonna reimburse you for your lodging and everything. You're like, okay, that's fine. Free training. It's just I gotta get the flight. Then it'd be like, well, so like, go on vacation. But yeah, that would be down the line. It's not one of those. like it's not like I have a big nest egg or I get enough coming in where I can do this all the time. This is free is why I got this. So I think this is free training. I was able to do it. They got one that's in I think Oceanside's gonna do one in I think in October, a 2-day. Hopefully it's not today because I'll be driving both days up there. Oceanside is, well, let's put it this way. I'm at the south end of San Diego County. Oceanside's the north end. That'd be a lot of driving there. And it was 2 days, and I don't think so. One day I'd probably be like, yeah, whatever. But 2 days, oh no. But let me, since I'm actually in the freeway, let me see who I have on here right now. And let me get turned off here first. And I wait for the people to go, so. I'll stop this a few blocks when I get to my street. So let me see who to greet right now. All right, let's look. It is, still got the sun in my eyes, darn it. I'll put my glasses on. I mean, it's dangerous here, but I can't see this right now. Oh, good, I'm at a stoplight, so I can put my glasses on and look at it. So let me see who is on here. I see Baba Ing, hello again. Bertha Viveros, hello also. And also I need to do is there we go. So got my monitors okay. And this here, that's 2 right now. Yep. I'll take my glasses off because I'm